All right, we're recording again. This is Macky with the Hidden Threads podcast, and I got Mr. Majusiak here.
Yes, sir.
Sergeant Majusiak, retired.
Yes, sir.
Is that what we call you? Sergeant retired? You're medically retired, right?
Yep.
I'm regular retired, Juice.
That's okay.
Retired.
I'll hold that against you.
My body feels it every year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we come here together and we just kind of hang out and talk. We just put microphones in front of us, right?
Pretty much. Yeah.
This is kind of how we talk all the time. Well, we clean it up a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cleaned up quite a bit. Yeah.
Two old Marines, you know what I mean? But we've been getting several comments and people have been listening to this. Mm-hmm. We've been getting an increase in listenership, viewership if you're on YouTube, and we do have faces for Spotify.
Right.
But people do watch us on YouTube. Yes. I don't know if you know it or not. In our studio, which is basically a converted bedroom with the windows. We like showing the view of the country out here.
Yes, because it's nice.
Your daughter watches it, right?
Yeah. Actually, she has watched several of them.
She said she likes my copy I put on the videos.
Actually, she's seen the Snoopy mug.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she's like, oh, that's so cool.
I don't have it here today.
Yeah.
My wife is a Snoopy freak. So we had this thing at church, like a Harvest Festival at church. Yeah. And you set up a little booth so the kids can come trick or treat, right? Guess what ours is every year?
What?
Snoopy. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown got shot down. So the debate, I haven't watched it in a while. Did he shoot down the Red Baron or did they both shoot each other down?
I think they shot each other down.
So Snoopy had to go survive.
Yes.
Remember, he was
SEER trained.
He was struggling, though. He got down on himself a little bit.
Yeah.
But he survived. He came out of it.
Yeah. Somebody said he was a recon Marine in that video. I don't know.
Training. I don't know.
Yeah.
If he was a recon Marine, he'd ate a few snakes.
Yeah.
He'd probably been drunk. But
yeah, he'd have been all right. They don't show you that, though.
Right. They're trying to keep it for kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right. So today, here we go. We're back. We talked about Walker County in a few earlier one. Right. Today we're in Guntersville, up in Marshall County, Alabama.
Woo-hoo.
We get busy up here a little bit. I drive through it all the time. If you drive from here to Huntsville, you typically go through there, unless you go around your way.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll read about this a little bit. So this article was written on April 6th, and it was updated April 12th, 2023. At 7:56 a.m. it says, by the way. That's important. Convicted Guntersville murderer, suspected in 2 other murders, denied parole. This guy is a nasty person. We're going to read about him. Marshall County, Alabama. A man convicted of murdering a woman in 1987 and has tried to appeal that decision multiple times was recently denied his chance at parole. Jeffrey Todd Newsome was charged in the strangling death of 21-year-old Kimberly Tabatha Vaughn on a hot July night after the two were allegedly seen hanging out at PJ's, a nightclub in Guntersville. I don't think that's still there.
Yeah, it's not there anymore. The
building's probably there, but it's not. According to the Associated Press, it's suggested that he was also involved in the deaths of 2 other women, Fran Cox of Albertville. That's just, they're right next to each other.
Yeah.
And Christiane Lutz from Germany. All right. Documents from his 1990 appeal state that Vaughn arrived at the club around 9:30 p.m. This is the girl, all right, on July 10th, 1987, and was seen dancing with friends. Newsome, who was said to have known Vaughn for several years, arrived sometime around midnight. The last time Vaughn was seen alive was after she left PJ's alone around 1 a.m. Records say, and shortly after was reportedly seen on the street near the club with a man and woman as all 3 were arguing. Looks like he stalked her. Like maybe he made a pass at her. Yeah. She said no, and he followed her out or waited on her, and this went down. All right. Her unlocked vehicle was found where she had parked the night before. Newsome wasn't questioned about Vaughn's disappearance until July 16th, a few days later, where records say he became upset and belligerent. He did, however, provide investigators with the following statement. So I'm all against crime, right?
Right.
Committing crimes and all those things. But why do these people always have to open their mouth to the cops?
Because they're stupid.
It's a defense attorney's worst nightmare. They have to go clean all this up.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
if they're a good defense attorney. If they're a public pretender, they just got to roll with it.
They just say whatever, man.
Yeah.
So, all right. So here's what he told investigators. I was with Alan Weaver and Chris Scott, alias Gumby, that Friday night. I went to PJ's around 10:30 or 11, he says. We left around 12 o'clock, I think. I really don't remember. I then went to Sneed's Crossroads to see Ricky Garrison. He wasn't home. I saw his sister. She was about 14 or 15. Then I went to Gadsden to the Strip. I just cruised around. I don't remember what time I got home. Almost daylight. I talked to Kim when I was at PJ's. I really don't remember about what. Kim's not my type, so I wasn't trying to hit on her. I parked my car across the street from in front of PJ's. I'm 6 foot and weigh 155 pounds. I was wearing blue jeans and a white pullover shirt. Okay.
There's a lot of issues with that statement.
He's kind of saying, well, it's not very specific. You know what I mean? He's kind of being general. So
on some stuff he is.
Yeah.
On other stuff, he's like, oh, white shirt, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know what we talked about.
I don't know what time I
You
got
can
home.
remember a girl looks 14 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
You can remember what you wore.
Right.
It's just the whole statement. It's just.
I don't know what time I got home.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. Maybe I don't
But
remember.
he can tell you certain times of events at the night where he wasn't near the place.
So one thing he doesn't mention is the wreck he had that night.
Right.
He had a wreck that night, which is important, right? He left that part out. A search warrant for Newsome's car was obtained on July 29th, to which not only did he consent, but he said to have gone with officers to the police station for the search. On the way, records say he asked if Vaughn's body had been found yet. That's a clue.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Officers noticed the interior of the roof lining of the vehicle was sagging. When they asked him about it, Newsome told them it was from when he cleaned the interior with mineral spirits, records show. When's the last time you cleaned your car with mineral spirits?
In Italy in 1910.
1910.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, nobody who does that.
We use mineral spirits to get paint off of stuff.
Yes.
Like guns and rust and
Yes.
stuff like that.
I mean, you can use it to clean your vehicle if you're painting it.
If you put it on plastic, though, it ruins it.
Yeah.
Like, or like
some of
polyester.
it will.
You know what I mean? It's very toxic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it takes paint right off. I know that.
Yeah.
much.
It glue everything.
So we do our fences around here, the wood parts, with black tar paint, right? It gets all over you. Mineral spirits takes it right off.
Oh, yeah.
Soap and water will not. So it takes it off, but it does dry your skin out real bad.
Yes.
But that's how stout the stuff is, right? It gets tar off and all those things. So you don't clean your car with it.
No,
right?
especially not the interior.
Right. You might get tar off the side of it or something, but nah. 5 days later, investigators learned that another man had helped Newsome pull his vehicle out from where it was stuck in an isolated area near Guntersville. He left that part out of his statement.
Well, of course.
When the man showed police where he pulled the vehicle out, documents say they noticed a considerable amount of damage to a pine tree Newsome's car allegedly hit. Big deal. Later that day, records state that Vaughn's body was found within 50 yards of where Newsome's vehicle was stuck. Think he had a wreck with her in the car fighting?
Absolutely.
Possibly. Okay. A forensic pathologist would later testify that his examination showed Vaughn had been strangled due to her hyoid bone being missing. That's a big deal. That's usually a sign of strangulation, right?
Yep.
A frontal dental bridge was also missing. So she had some false teeth in one of them, where dentists testified in his opinion, because the bridge had been embedded. Oh, this is not a removable one. This is when it's embedded.
Oh, yeah.
And the bone, its removal was consistent with blunt force trauma. So she got her teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
Right. And that possibility that an animal removed the bridge was extremely remote. All right. So we see skulls on skeletal remains from hundreds of years, and the teeth are still there. Right. Animals don't pull teeth out. Animals don't pull teeth out.
No.
All right. Documents show that Vaughn's scalp and portion of her skeleton were said to have been found 120 feet from the pine tree, allegedly struck by Newsome's vehicle. So she had some parts spread around there, right?
Right.
Which believed to be the original location where Vaughn had been killed, documents state. All right. Investigators also reportedly found the interior light from the vehicle at the scene, as well as clothes hanger that had been undone and straightened out, hanging from a pine tree.
Yeah. FBI calls those clues.
What do you think the clothes hanger was for? He locked himself out.
Sure he did.
All right. An ex-girlfriend of Newsome's later testified that they had wait a minute, where's the clothes hanger coming from?
Mm-hmm.
Might have had some clothes in his car. Who knows?
Could have.
All right. An ex-girlfriend of Newsome's
Could have been laying on the ground.
Yeah, who knows? Side of the road.
You know, yeah.
Right. Interior light, he ripped it out and threw it on the ground because the light was showing what he was doing, right? I'm just putting it together as I'm going through this.
Yeah, that's believable.
An ex-girlfriend of Newsome's, used to, in older cars, you couldn't turn the interior light off. You had to undo the bulb. Remember that? All right. An ex-girlfriend of Newsome's later testified that they had a conversation before Vaughn's death where he admitted that he and Vaughn got to talking and he told her about Germany. All right. Adding that he told her everything. Why would he do that? Showing off?
Of course.
Trying to be a show-off? I killed a girl.
Yeah.
All right.
A 17-year-old kid.
Yeah. To explain what the conversation about Germany referred to, a criminal investigator with the United States Army, James O'Brien, was brought in. He testified that there was an ongoing investigation into Newsome concerning the death of a 17-year-old German named Christine Lutz in February 1986 while he was stationed there. Her body was found 5 weeks after her disappearance. All right. This guy's dirty, right?
Oh, yeah.
In 1989, the Associated Press reported that Boy Scouts found skeletal remains in a wooded area around Buck Island. You see it every time you drive out there, right?
Right.
Near Guntersville on November 7, 1987. At the time, Bob Norwood with Marshall County Special Crimes Unit said that those remains were identified as 22-year-old Fran Cox. Cox had last been seen in April of 1987 when her mother dropped her off at a Guntersville nightclub where she had reportedly been seen with Newsome. He just showing up around, right? He was convicted of Vaughn's murder after jury trial and sentenced him to life in prison. This is the first girl, right? Sentenced him to life in prison in 1989, but spent much of his time behind bars appealing and petitioning his case. Of course he did. His 1990 appeal was denied, though as recently as 2005, he petitioned a Rule 32, which according to the Alabama Rules of Criminal Procedure, this gets into our world, Rule 32, right? Provides a method for defendants to challenge their conviction in a trial court. It's most commonly used when new evidence is discovered that might have changed the outcome of the case. Newsome's parole hearing was held on April 6th before the Alabama Board of Pardons and Paroles. Rule 32. We work with these a lot. So you get these guys, girls, whatever, they're in prison, and they say, hey, there's new evidence out there that would exonerate me.
Right.
How often do we find that new evidence, Juice?
Very seldom.
Very rare, right? It also has to be evidence that was not available at the time of the original investigation.
Right.
The county, city, or state, or feds could not have had this at their fingertips at the time.
Right.
All right. Now, I've had one where we had a guy come forward and say, this is where it was about a gun, where the gun was, whose it was, that our client had it before the murders took place and all these things. That was a big critical part. The gun had never been found, but he came forward and said, this is what happened to that gun. I can tell you where it is.
Right.
That kind of stuff. So that's a big deal, right?
Yeah.
That information wasn't available at the time.
Right.
So he may get out. So it's in Wetumpka too. So you know that area?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a special place.
Yes, it is.
Anyways, so that's what a Rule 32 is. It's a viable source for people to say, hey, I'm innocent, right? It has worked over, it's not, I don't know a percentage, but it's pretty low.
Very low, I would say.
You've seen it happen in the United States, but it obviously got turned down. So here's a problem with the Rule 32. So the Rule 32 goes to the original court where you were convicted. And it's up to that one judge.
Right.
It may be a new judge, but it's in that district where you were convicted. And they just say yes or no to it. It's not a, so depending on the judge, you may have all the evidence in the world. They're just like, nah.
Yeah.
No, you can appeal it. You can
The judge could be having a bad day.
Yeah. It doesn't go in front of a panel.
You're the case that gets in front of him and he's mad for the day and didn't have his coffee. His wife's upset at him and he goes, no.
If it's the original judge, you think they like for people saying, hey, you did wrong in your first.
Yeah. I screwed up. Well, let's give him another chance.
Judges typically don't like that. But this guy, let's get back to him. All right. What do you think about him?
There's a lot of coincidences with dead bodies of females near this guy.
Yeah. From bars.
Yeah.
If he'd have been on the street, how many more do you think would have turned up?
Several.
He was a habitual for him, right?
Several.
He couldn't help himself.
But these three, I don't think they're the first ones. I don't think that 17-year-old girl was the first one.
You think he's got more bodies?
I do.
All right. Yeah, because there's a lot of unsolved crimes.
Right.
Remains found and all those things. And this guy, in my opinion, had an issue where he had to kill people to get satisfaction, right?
Yeah, of some sort.
I think the girl we were talking about, Vaughn, I think he probably kidnapped her, had her in his car, and she started struggling, and he wrecked his car. And then he had to do something, right? He had to move her away from the car, get a tow truck or get a hand to get his car pushed out so they didn't see the body, and just left her there, And she was found pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't that long between her disappearance and the finding her body.
And a lot of people saw him hanging out that night, at the bar or whatever, talking outside, arguing, all those things. I wonder what this other woman had to do with it. They didn't say much about her.
I don't know. Maybe it was a friend of hers.
Trying to get away from him.
Get out of here. It could have been his girlfriend at the time. Hey, what are you doing talking to her?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You don't know.
Right. And she might have left, and then he might have put her in the car and took off. So
because he was mad because he got caught.
Mm-hmm. Got caught, got turned down. There's a variety of motives there, right? So I don't know, man. I just thought it was interesting that this all happened right in our backyard. He only got life for this, though.
Yeah. There's people out there need dead.
Yeah. I was shocked. Alabama, we're pretty aggressive with the death penalty.
Yeah, they failed to put in the express lane though, which is very upsetting.
Florida has an express lane.
Yes.
Express lane.
Yep.
Texas has it.
Yep.
So, but I don't know. Tell us what you think about Jeffrey Todd Newsome. What do you think? It's a local. If we get some local talk in here. So,
yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. Anything else, Juice?
No, just comment. Good, bad,
like, subscribe.
Whatever.
Let's get on with it. We want to hear your opposing comments as well. So
yeah,
I like it. All right. We'll get out of here and we will talk to you soon.